How do we show earned value in MS Project on a graph or a chart? As will be shown later, this is done through using visual reports. But first, let's have a look at earned value itself. Earned value is the percent of the total budget actually completed at a point in time. This is also known as the budgeted cost of work performed. But please understand, it is expressed in currency value. So, to put it in colloquial terms, it would be something like, how far into the project are you? Let's assume the project is building a house. The builder will say, or the project manager may say, we're 200,000 in. What he is doing is he is expressing the progress of the project in monetary terms. Now that's very, very colloquial. The official definition is, as can be seen on the screen, the percent of the total budget actually completed at a point in time. Usually a graph is constructed which will show three curves. It will show the planned work, the actual cost, and the earned value. These curves are presented differently on different graphs, and you may see later that the visual report puts the curves in a different order. However, those three curves can be compared with one another. Let's go on to the example. And in response to a particular request on a course, I have constructed the following example on a simple project known as the pool project. The earned value graph that we need to see is one that shows three curves: the baseline cost, the actual cost of work performed, and the budgeted cost of work performed. If we look at those three curves, that's really part of the analysis of earned value, and for that end I have constructed this particular project. It's called the pool project. Simple three phases or deliverables and a number of tasks below. There are also some resources assigned. There are no over allocated resources, so let's just set the baseline. Overwrite previous baselines. There's the project information, the project statistics, and you see there is a baseline there. In fact, the baseline is concurrent with current, but I'm just going to reset the baseline anyway. All right, overwrite the previous baseline. There we go. I've inserted a progress line, and the progress line is showing that we are behind schedule, quite obviously. This being today, of course, the project started there. So let's see how we can analyze earned value. The first thing to do is you should actually create a separate table, which I've already done, but we'll go through the motions anyway. So we go to view here, tables, and we're going to go to more tables, and the table I've created is called cost analysis. Let's go and edit it and see. I've got the indicators column, which is that one, of course, the name of the task, the duration of the task, the WBS. Let's put that, no, we can keep that there, or perhaps we should put that cut row and put that next to name, paste row. There we go. So we've got the BCWP, that's budgeted cost of work performed, the actual cost of work performed. I've also got the percentage complete. All right, I've got the resource name, I've got the cost. Okay, I've got the baseline cost. All right, and then I've duplicated there, so let's just delete that row there. Okay, all right, so we've got those. I've not locked the first column because I'd like that first column to be this column. Okay, and I wanted to show it in menu, so we're going to click on OK, and we're going to apply that. There we go. So what we have here is the indicator column, the work breakdown structure, the task name, the duration of the task, earned value, the actual cost, the percentage complete of the task, the resource, the cost, as one can see. All right, let's just look at that first one, dig hole. That's the one we're going to be working with, 23,960, 23,000 baseline cost. So everything is on par. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this one as 50% complete. All right, so clearly the line has moved 50% inwards there. Okay, and it's up to today. The progress line just being ahead of today. Plus, I'm actually going to change the cost there. Let's say the cost that was incurred, okay, was in fact a whopping 40,000 as opposed to 23,000. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so if we look at that, then the earned value is only going to be 16,040. Okay, let's undo that and redo that. So we undo that, okay, and then we redo that. All right, 40,000. The budgeted cost of work performed is only going to amount to 16,040, whereas the actual cost, okay, is 24,000 over there. Right, now how do we present that in a graph that looks like the one that was at the introduction to this video in the PowerPoint presentation? Well, the way to do that is in fact to go to reports, and the standard reports will give you a basic idea, but it's better to go to visual reports. And on visual reports, you will then see earned value over time report. It's important. Now notice, there are the three curves. You see, there are the three curves over there. Okay, all right, but also notice I've changed this to days as opposed to weeks. That is important. What will happen is you will get view and you might get an error, in which case you just click OK and click view again. I'm not getting the error. There's the file, there's the in MS Excel, but you need to make a couple of changes here. So go to the pivot table, go to quarter 3 here and expand it. Yours will be different, of course. And I'm going to expand the week. So we've broken it down totally. There we go. We go back to the chart, and there are our curves. Beautiful. The earned value, the planned value, and the actual cost. Okay. All right. There we go. So that's the way in which we create this graph.